So I have a freighter now. I went from being a traveling nomad to suddenly having a space base. This is the strangest thing. I was just minding my own business, getting nanites off different planets. I jumped to this galaxy or solar system, whatever system I'm in right now, and I helped out Captain Hequank clear out his freighter's area of raiders, and he decided to give me the freighter as a reward. How crazy is that? So I've gone from grinding really early in the early game to all of a sudden having my own freighter. I don't have a fleet yet, I don't think, unless this freighter comes with a fleet, but this video is just going to be exploring my new freighter and having just a fun time, because this is so cool to go from having absolutely nothing to all of a sudden having a freighter. I mean, just look at this thing. All right, so freighters offer extra inventory storage, starships can be docked, construct a base aboard the freighter. How do you construct a base on the freighter? Owning a freighter brings several benefits, including a portable base, a very large inventory. Okay, the inventory is going to be awesome. So it says new mission, inspect your fleet. All right. So I'm literally just going to wander around and see what I can find. I mean, look at how cool this is. Oh my gosh, this thing is huge. Look at this. So yeah, I'm just minding my own business, trying to get my space ranch set up with all my creepy animals, and all of a sudden, here I am in my own freighter. Freighter warp map. So I can warp directly from here. Let me just open up this menu. Okay, so yeah, this brings me to the galaxy menu, and I can just take it from here. Okay, that is really cool. Let's see, where am I supposed to go? I guess we'll go this way because it looks like a main hallway, and I believe I see freighter command. Inspect the fleet command room. Fleet command room? What is this? Where am I going here? What is this? Weapons terminal? The weapons terminal requires a skilled armorer for operation. You can recruit armorers in space stations with Vakine-controlled systems. Oh, so I can have NPCs on here too, doing work for me? Multi-tool archive? Okay, so this is my current multi-tool that I have. I still need to buy, but yeah, so this is how I'm doing nanites-wise and units-wise. Okay, so this is a storage rack. This is just insane. Oh, I still don't have an Atlas pass. You guys might be able to help me out on where I can get an Atlas pass so that I can actually get into those spaces. But anyway, we continue on. Fleet command room. Here we go. I think this is where I'm supposed to be. Let's inspect. Calibrating command post to new master signature. Success. Master profile indicates one support frigate available. Wait, am I on the support frigate or do I have another one? Profile indicates no frigate fuel blueprints available. Download. Yeah, we'll download, but it says there are none available. Okay, so I've learned how to make fuel. Speaking of which, I still have fuel consumption turned off on my starship. I'm assuming that does the same here. I do have crafting turned back on because I do enjoy resource collection. I just like doing it in a sandbox way, not when I'm being told what to do mission by mission. I figured out that's why I didn't like the early game. So it wasn't just the grind, it was being on the rails, and I wanted to be let loose. And a lot of you guys in the comments said that eventually you do get let loose. And that you don't even have to do the tutorial at all, but it's there for a reason, to show you why you need to find paradise planets, because it's quite a harsh place to survive. Send a support frigate out on an expedition. Speak to the navigator to view available routes. Is this going to be like in Assassin's Creed where you have your fleet and you can send them to do different missions? Is that going to be similar and then I can make money with it? Hello. Plan and dispatch expeditions. Grah. Interloper captain. Ooh, I'm now captain. I still cannot believe I have my own frigate, my own space base. This is crazy. All right, let's view potential expeditions. Oh, look at this. Wow, that's a lot of light years covered. Okay. The navigator calculates new routes every day. So this is obviously real time, I'm assuming. Let's do a quick one. Trade expedition. Yeah, let's do money. Give me some money. Assign ship to expedition. Merchant vessel. So I do actually have ships. Okay, so we have one assigned to that. Is there like a success rate going on? Can I see if there's going to be a success rate to this mission? Ship and upgrades. Nope. Fleet rating is 2-star. Difficulty rating is 2-star. So that matches. I've got a 2-star fleet and I've got a difficulty rating of 2. So we're going to hope that this works. Success? Nice. Okay. Speak with the fleet commander. Okay, back to the fleet commander we go. And then after this, I have questions. I want to see how I can build in here. Where do I build, first of all? Secondly, can I summon creatures in here? Did I go to the right place? Fleet command online. Calibrating. Speak with commander. Okay. Greetings, interloper captain. The expedition has covered 195 light years, and I estimate our plotted route will take a further 50 minutes. Okay, cool. So that's how we get status updates on that. Oh, I actually feel like a captain. I went from being a homeless space hobo to being a captain. Okay, so now it's not really telling me what to do next. Let me just check my log and make sure I've done wait for the expedition to complete. Okay, so while I'm doing the rest of the stuff, I will wait for the expedition to complete. No promises that I will end up being able to show you my reaction to that being completed, depending on how long I record. What I want to do is figure out how to build. I also noticed that some of the ships that were docked here are gone, and now only my starship remains. And then, is this a teleporter down here? Let's see. What does this do? Uh-oh, what did I do? Okay, so this is like a fast travel to different parts of my freighter. Okay, and I'm back here. What is this? What is this? Is this mine? This thing is huge. What is it though? Hyper Shield Starship of Conscript Hiyashi? I don't know what this is. Starship unoccupied, locate pilot to begin trade. Okay, well, I'm assuming this is the pilot. Hello. Oh. What are you doing in there? Okay. Well, this is interesting. Interloper. Okay, so I still don't know the language very well. Make an offer on the lifeform starship. Recruit lifeform to squadron. Can I do that? Cannot recruit pilot. Squadron is full. Okay, well, let's see what they have for trade. I don't know what all is valuable. I'm not sure that anything is valuable in any of that to me right now. Okay, so where was I? Building. I want to figure out how I can build in here. Let's see if I can... How do you build a mobile base in here? Is it over there? No, that's how you land. That's how you take off. Please hold while I figure out how I build. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit Z. Okay, so Z does bring up freighter construction. So just as if you were on a planet and you hit Z to build. So I can do a freighter corridor. I can do a bulkhead door. Galactic trade room, fleet command room, portable refiner. Okay. Cultivation chamber. Oh, shoot. Wait, whoa. Okay, how does this work now? How am I supposed to place... Must be inside freighter construction area. Oops, what have I done? What did I do? Hiker, ooh. Traveling quite a bit. Okay, so I'm assuming when I go through this like green portal, that means I can construct things, right? Is that right? Yeah, so here I can hit Z. When I go here, I can still hit Z. That's kind of odd. Okay, now I can't hit Z. Okay, so you've got to be outside of this little main hub. All right, got it. So let's try and figure this out. I wonder if that goes up. I want to try and put something right here. I want to see what a cultivation chamber is. It looks like something where you would grow plants. Yes, look, look, look. Oh, this is so cool. I'm nerding out so much over this. I love my plants. Okay. Cultivation chamber, a temperature-controlled bio room. A bed of nutrient-rich soil provides ideal conditions for cultivating agricultural crops. All right, this module is placed as an entire room and comes with its functional units pre-installed. Look at that, I already have the silver oxygen, and I'm not sure where I got facium, but I have it. Sounds like feces. I'm wondering if it's animal waste. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and just... Huh? Oh my gosh, that was so easy. Okay. And there's 9 of them that I can possibly build. So if I walk through, can I put another one like on the other side of it? I can just have a huge... I'm gonna do one more. All right, so this is gonna be our greenhouse. All right, let's get out of this and see what it looks like in the wild. Look at this. So I've already got stuff growing. It looks like I've got just... It's all carbon. Is that normal? Let's gather it and see if I can put anything else in these beds. Oh, this is going to be so nice for carbon, for when I need carbon. Okay. Harvest all plants. Ooh. I'm not sure that did what I thought it did. Can I build stuff? Can I plant stuff in here? Hold on. Refiner room? Holy moly. Storage room. Okay. All right, let's... Oh, there's so much. Flag, capped standing light. So I'm guessing I also have upgrades that I can buy at the anomaly, right? I also figured out I can summon the anomaly. How cool is that? You're in space, you can just summon it to you. I love that. Okay. Freighter corridor. All right, let's make a corridor. I need tritium. Is tritium what you get from shooting asteroids? All right, let's go shoot some asteroids really quickly, and then I'm gonna build a corridor. So, man, this kind of stuff is what I was waiting for. All right, while I go shoot some tritium, let's talk about my space ranch, because again, well, first of all, where's my ship? There it is. Okay, your comments are saving me with this because my expectations were so different from what I thought a space ranch would be. But that's okay. I can adjust. There we go. I can adjust to what I was gonna do. All right, let's go shoot some asteroids. So, as you guys know, my space ranch was gonna try and contain animals and then harvest materials from those animals, but you guys have let me know. Did I get tritium? I did. Look at that. I'm just gonna shoot a few more. I don't think I need to go crazy here. Go for this one. Or this one, it's like right here. Sorry in advance if I'm making you dizzy. I am just learning how to do all this. Can it reach? No, we gotta go a little further. There we go. Maybe? Okay, was that enough? Yeah. Alright. Back to... Shoot, where's my freighter? That's the space station. I think this is the symbol for my freighter, right? Over... See the symbol on the top? There it is. Okay. My capital ship. I cannot believe I have a capital ship. Alright, now the goal is going to be to land without crashing into it. Get right in the little landing strip. Is this it? Or do I have to go around the other side? Shoot. Ooh, do not crash. Okay, so that's cargo pod. Where is the little, are these the little inserts? Hold on. Because when I tried to land in this thing the first time after I completed that space mission, and I wish I recorded that, I don't think those are where I land. Okay, here we go. I think this is where I land. Right? Is it? Okay. Sorry in advance, I'm still getting used to all of this. Okay. But yes, back to the space ranch. So it's looking like that's going to be a little bit of a different thing, which is totally cool. I can adapt. I think it's going to be more of like a space reserve, a space ranch reserve, so like a nature preserve or like a national park. I'll make like a national park planet, national, universal park because, you know, There is no country. I'd have to make a country, and I don't think you can do that in No Man's Sky. Okay, so this is the way I was heading, and we are gonna put some hallways on this thing. Let's see. I would like a hallway on the other end. So let's do that. Freighter corridor. Look at that. We now have a hallway. We have 2 hallways, as a matter of fact. Okay. So up top we have build colors. Colors. Ooh, I could look into colors. Okay. Very interesting. But what I want to do is see portable refiner, construction research unit. Can I just teleport to this thing? Do I need to build a teleporter, or will it just allow me... what is this? Refiner room. Vital integrated freighter equipment. The freighter refiner allows 3 different substances to be processed into more powerful and more advanced materials. The module is placed in the room, comes with all its stuff. Okay, and then this is a storage room. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a refiner room off here to the left. Nice. Oh, and it has a nice space window on the other side, I think. Does it? And then we're going to do this. Nice storage container. Oh, I thought it had an open light out light. Okay, so I have able hand to Veranti. I'm not sure what that is. All right, let's look at our refiner. Do I need fuel, first of all? I'm not sure that I do. I think it fuels itself, which is very interesting. Let's just throw some silver in there and see what we get. Requested operation unavailable. Do I have to put carbon in? Hopper. Okay, so I'm not quite sure. Process raw materials into usable products and substances. Not sure what I'm missing here that needs to go in here. I'll just throw the gold in here and see. Does that do anything? All right, so I'm a bit lost on that. Oops, I need to take all that stuff back. Back in my exosuit, please. All right, so yeah, I am not certain how that works, if I need to, whoops, if I need to fuel it or what. This Gex seems content enough to serve on this freighter, but I notice them checking their account balance with a frequency bordering on obsessive. Perhaps they see a different life in their future. Yes, they want to be an accountant or something. Okay. Well, this is really cool. So this is the beginning of my freighter journey. There's one more thing I want to try and do. So this will be where all my storage is. I think a lot of the stuff I have, I kind of just want to hang on to. I guess I can just put the metals for now in here. Platinum. I've been mining a little bit. Yeah, this is so overwhelming. Okay, so the next thing I want to do while I stand in my garden is I want to see if I can summon my creatures in here. I have one really cute little cannot summon companions here. No! It's called Penta Penta. I didn't name it, obviously, but it's like this cute little dog thing that I gave some pellets. Well, darn. That's okay. So, how crazy is it that an NPC just went and gave me a whole freighter and now I have a capital ship? So that was this episode. The next one well, actually today I was originally going to record like getting my ranch up and going so we can see how close to my goal I can actually get things. Because I've found that sometimes in these games you will be absolutely shocked at how close you can get to a goal that you didn't think was possible if you just kind of like tweak a few things, or you find some little, I don't want to say glitches, but like when you get really familiar with a game, you can find ways to do things that maybe even the developers didn't realize or other people haven't realized. I used to love doing that in some of the other games I would play. Let's talk to this guy really quickly and see if he has anything for me. Okay, so we've got transfer items from ship to freighter, engage singularity engine. I don't even know what that is. I'm sure I will get there at some point. Yeah. So anyway, the next video is going to be me on my home planet. That's another update. The last planet I was on in my last video, I thought was going to end up being my home planet, but lo and behold, it has some extremely vicious life forms in the form of plants, toxic plants. And so I decided that I'm going to keep jumping to find my home planet, which is how I discovered this freighter in the first place. So next video is going to be me on the home planet, and we're going to try and set up a creature ranch. I'm going to find a planet that has the best creatures to attract to my auto feeders, and that is going to be the plan. Again, I thank you guys so much for all of your comments, because honestly, I'd be so lost if I couldn't read through a lot of what you guys were saying. I didn't think I would be at this point already where I have a capital ship. As I said at the beginning, it is a huge contrast from the beginning of my No Man's Sky journey, where everything just felt futile to keep going. And then all of a sudden, you're given a freighter. It's really cool. Okay, so I look forward to filming that next video. My questions for you are, can I grow, so like I found wheat, can I grow that in my garden? Or is the garden only good for carbon harvesting for now? Are there more upgrades to the garden? I know I could go look all this stuff up in a guide or in the log or something, but part of why I do YouTube is for the interaction with people. And I think it's really nice to be doing things this way. I mean, you guys have already helped me so much in the comments. It was the same with Grounded when I first started playing Grounded. I had so much help from Grounded pros as I went through that. I just think it's a fun way of doing things. So yeah, if you could enlighten me on how growing things in my freighter works, that would be great. I know out on the planets you have these little things you can craft, right? I think I unlocked them already, little boxes that you can grow plants in. So not exactly sure how that works there. But anyway, that is my No Man's Sky update. I hope you enjoyed my first look around my freighter. I'm sure there's all kinds of fun stuff I can unlock. I'm gonna have to make a trip to the anomaly. So anyway, that is it for me today, you guys. I hope you all are having a wonderful start to your week. And as always, I hope you are enjoying your games. All right, time to go get into some more trouble. I will see you all in the next video.